You can't sit here, the woman snapped, blocking the empty chair with her purse. Marcus blinked. He had just walked into the cafe, laptop in hand, after a long shift at the hospital. Marcus, a young black doctor still wearing his scrubs, looked exhausted but hopeful. "It's an open seat," he said, trying to smile. She leaned closer, voice dripping with disdain. "This area's for customers, not loiterers." Marcus glanced down at his badge, the familiar weight of judgment sinking into his chest. Other eyes were watching now. He took a step back. "I'll find another spot," he murmured. A few chuckles floated from the nearby tables, as if watching a small humiliation unfold was their morning entertainment. Marcus clenched his jaw, the laptop suddenly heavier in his arms. He turned, scanning the packed cafe, heart pounding harder than it should. At the counter, the barista avoided his gaze. A tall man in a business suit bumped into Marcus intentionally, muttering, "Watch it." Marcus apologized instinctively. No one said a word. He found an open table by the bathroom, tiny, wobbly, barely big enough for his laptop. He didn't care. He just needed to breathe. But minutes later, a manager approached. "Sir, customers are complaining. We have to ask you to leave." Marcus stared at him. "I ordered a coffee," he said quietly, lifting his paper cup. The manager shrugged. "I'm sorry, sir. It's policy." Marcus glanced at the woman who had first blocked him. She smiled coldly, sipping her latte. It wasn't about the coffee. It never was. As Marcus packed his things, a little boy nearby tugged his mother's sleeve. "Mommy, why are they making him leave? He looks nice." The mother hushed him quickly, embarrassment flashing across her face. Marcus bent down to pick up his laptop bag, his movements slow, heavy. Before he could straighten up, another voice cut through the tension. "Excuse me." An older man, gray-haired and dignified, stood up from a corner table. In his hand was a leather wallet. He walked over and extended it toward Marcus. "You dropped this earlier," he said loudly. Marcus shook his head. I don't think that's mine." The old man winked subtly. "Sure it is," he said, turning to the manager. The old man added, "And for your information, this young man saved my brother's life last week." The manager paled. The entire cafe fell silent. Marcus straightened up slowly, the old man's hand firm on his shoulder. "You see," the old man said to the room, his voice calm but ringing clear. "You never know who you're disrespecting." The woman with the purse shifted uncomfortably in her seat. The manager stammered, offering apologies Marcus didn't need anymore. Marcus looked around. Faces turned away, some full of shame, some pretending nothing happened. He smiled faintly at the old man. "Thank you," he said. The old man nodded. Marcus walked out, shoulders back, dignity intact. As the door swung shut behind him, the little boy waved. Marcus waved back, because sometimes, the smallest gestures carry the biggest weight. And if this story touched your heart, if you believe kindness still matters in a world full of judgment, go ahead and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe, so every day, I can bring you more real stories that remind us all what really counts. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one.